Good morning, everybody. Um, it's Friday, and I guess I want to talk about the struggle to do the things I feel benefit me most. Um, it's week 21 for me here in this program, this treatment facility. I feel good. I feel better than I was when I got here, physically, mentally, spiritually, things like that. Um, I'm reminded daily as I wake up at 3:30 a.m. in the morning to get up to the gym. Um, that's my time when I can prepare for the day. That's like me time. Um, nobody else really messes with that time. Uh, it's just me up early in the gym working on the things that I feel kind of start my day off in a good direction, physically and mentally. But it's definitely a struggle. Um, it's definitely a struggle. I'm in recovery and I attend a plethora of classes daily, but find that I am most proud of the first hour and a half of the day. Um, been consistently working out for 33 weeks or so, consistently. Um, working a routine, um, seeing small gains, and noticing the benefits. Um, and at the same time, I keep this in my mind, because it seems to be a big theme here. There are people who work out, and definitely that might be the only thing that they're doing, um, to kind of benefit their program and their recovery, which isn't. I mean, it's not a bad thing in and of itself, but definitely it needs to be. There needs to be balance, in everything that you're doing here, and working out. Is I don't feel, and I don't think is gonna be strong enough. Um, to to keep you in your recovery, unless unless you're really taking it a step farther, um, because as they say, I don't know. I mean, I guess, for a lot of people, you can't work out forever, but then there are the few that make a career out of it, make it a 100%, part of their life, where it's everything. In that case, maybe, but that takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, um, because, like I say, it's hard for me, and I've been going at it for 33 weeks straight, um, and it's still the hardest thing to continue to get up every morning, but the benefits keep me going. um, right now, I'm in a position where I started off with a lot of freedom, a lot of time And so, you know, I was able to find things and do things that I found productive. Um, um, yeah, but I feel better. I look better. I'm able to get these endorphins that I so much love and feed off of them. That's for sure. Um, and yet at the same time, it's hard work. Hard work, you know, and there's a lot positive to it, but there's a struggle, um, and I don't know if I mentioned this or not already, but I don't crave drugs, you know, or alcohol, um, much much when I'm here. You know, it takes me either having to having to bring the thought up in my own mind, um, which I don't do much, um, because it's not beneficial. I know it doesn't help, but you know, every now and then I guess I might start somewhere else and, you know, end up unintentionally um, triggering myself, you know. Um, and so, you know, I need to be aware of that. Um, and you know, there aren't many people um, who I associate with that kind of can get me going like that, and off in a wayward direction. You know, and I guess the big one for me are like places. You know, there aren't very many places here on the farm that remind me or lead me off in that direction either. But when I am in certain areas doing certain things, and I happen to drive by a place, or um, even to use like a King Super's restroom and see what is it, a biohazard needle container on the wall or something, you know, sometimes that will get me going and get me thinking. But yeah, I don't feel the urge very often. Um, but what I do notice is that when I do, it's 100% similar to the one that's there to keep me from hitting the gym every morning. Um, and that's kind of crazy to think about, but they're pretty much one and the same. Recognizing this, um, I go to the gym, I stick to my routine, I notice the positive gains, almost overlooking um, the first struggle of just getting up and out of bed. Um, Still, part of me anticipates the day that I have something better to do in the morning, um, than work out and exercise and, you know, keep on that routine because it's tough, you know. And I guess maybe it's just human nature to be like that. But you know, I mean, I do anticipate that day. Um, but I'm also challenged every day to weigh and balance the responsibilities and the many options presented to me daily. Uh, And that's easier to do for me when I work out in the morning, or when I do something physical like that. As I was on the elliptical this morning, if I work out here, my workouts are kind of limited to what's in the gym, but we have an elliptical machine. um, but I was kind of, I don't know, like intensity kept the word intensity kept playing in my mind, in my head. I got the music loud, and uh, I'm sweating, sweat dripping from my face. And I did a before picture and an after picture, because I physically need to see that sometimes, uh, because like I say, this morning it took me, and this is bad, but you know I laid in bed for an hour, and I don't normally do this, but for an hour, fighting with myself, and almost not making it to the gym, which what is missing one day. uh, and I guess it depends on on how you miss it, maybe. uh, for me, I think it does. But um, yeah, so I ended up eventually getting there, and really having just to push through. Just I'm not really sure if it was negativity, or just just the desire to not want to put in the hard work, and like I said, that's 100% how easy it is, um, just when you have those triggers or temptations, and want to use, it's that easy. And amazingly enough, an hour battle to get to the gym, but I made it. um, I sure hope I don't have to really attempt a battle, an hour-long battle, of of do I use or do I not use, because that's a hell of a long time. um, and most times I don't make it. That's a long battle, an hour. Wow. But today, right now, my back is against the wall. That forces me to look forward, put my effort and everything in front of me, because it's either, I mean, there's nowhere else to go. Um, and so, I need to just feed off that, really. Um, I choose to look at myself even further every time someone leaves to pursue something they say is worth it, or get kicked out of the program for something that's not. it's a opportunity to just, I don't know, look at look at their situation, I guess. I've been trying real hard to um, to I guess limit my recovery to to myself, and to really be careful and really stay away from friendships and associations, because I do realize that right here and right now, it's my back against the wall. It's it's uh, it's everything that I want to accomplish out there, and that's for me. That's not for everyone else. What they have might be different. They might not have anything right now. But like I say, that's between them, and that's their recovery. So I try real hard, even though we're forced in certain ways to live together, to work together, and to spend some time together. Um, I really do limit that, for, I mean, the obvious reasons. Um, and yeah, I'm not a big 12-step guy. But somebody said this week, that when we're going through it, and you know sometimes we need to just ask God to give us the, what is it, serenity to accept the things we cannot change, and that made so much sense to me, because I mean, what else do you do, there's a lot you cannot change, and and it really sucks when it does, and has the impact to affect you and everything, and whatever it is you do, and I feel that sometimes it does, um, so um, yeah, I mean, hmm, um, kind of just like blanked out, forgot where I was going. um, well, the big theme lately in therapy has been emotions, feelings, actions, which, I don't know. That's in like three different classes, that aren't in any way related. So that's a lot. It gets hard to kind of sit through something, um, that seems so repetitive sometimes. Um, and the class or the topic that kind of bothers me to sit there and talk about most might be the guilt and shame, um, and I don't know, and I don't, I say that, and the big reason why, and maybe I just need to get over this, but I don't know. We're expected to share and talk about things in front of other people, and I don't know. That's kind of tough, it is really tough, and I think in the beginning of the class we went over some things, and you know um, tried to establish, like, like trust between people, but I don't know. Thinking about it now, um, I guess if I can't open up in that class, or discuss what like I feel I should discuss, but then maybe I need to like do that one-on-one with somebody, just to make sure I get the same benefit out of that. Um, so yeah, my back's against the wall, and I'm just going at everything in front of me, with with a certain intensity that starts off early in the morning. Um, and I was just thinking about that. I think the next time I you see me, I'm gonna have a little more on intensity, um, because I really was just you know coming to like some realizations, um, about intensity, and I was looking at the definition of intensity, and other words for intensity or similar to intensity or strength and power, um, and so after like a good hour and a half of just like being in a how do I say, a or having like tunnel vision, um, because that's kind of what I feel like when I'm on that elliptical, just going at it after my regular workout. Is I get tunnel vision, and I'm able to focus on certain things, but um, whatever it is, it definitely gets me through that painful workout, and but with intensity, I realize that I need to make sure that my attitude is right, um, because it's easy to maybe become prideful, or caught up in feeling really good. It's hard um, not to let that show. I mean, because when you feel good, you feel good, um, and it's that much more. When you notice you're looking better, you're feeling better. So yeah, I mean, it's I was just reminded, to just check my attitude, make sure my attitude and my heart is in the right direction. So there we are, week 21. Thanks.